Hey folks, everything new under the sun. I'm not going to lie, this is a strange situation. And what brought it to my attention was actually from Canadian Prepper commenting, reporting on the fact that Russia is going to hold nationwide alerts, similar to what the US is doing on October 3rd. Let's take a look at this here. This is Yahoo News, and let me pull that into the center there. Federal emergency alert systems to have alarm test October 4th. So that's next week. Wednesday is scheduled test of U.S. emergency alert system and wireless emergency alerts. It says two alert systems will undergo a test to ensure functionality for national emergencies, according to Federal Communications Commission and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The national test will consist of two portions, testing WEA and EAS capabilities. Both tests are scheduled for approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Look at this. The test messages will also be sent to radios, televisions, and cell phones. They're going to happen in English and Spanish. This is foreboding, to say the least. It says, should a widespread severe weather or other significant event happen on October 4th, testing will be pushed back to October 11th. Isn't that interesting? Okay, I guess they've set it up so that if there is an actual hot war, something actually goes, then they're going to push that test off. And but I guess it's going to be a great test that day anyways if something big happens. But interesting, they're going to send it to radios, televisions, and cell phones. You should get rid of your cell phone if you can. It's a waste of money, $50, $60 a month. That's a bunch of money that you could put into your bank, put into paying off your debt, putting into precious metals or food stores, whatever it may be. It's a big expense. You don't need a cell phone. I would say get rid of it because it's an easy way for people, especially governments, security agencies, to track you. It's one of the easiest ways because it is connected all the time. So this other article is out of Russia. Russia prepares nationwide drills with nuclear war scenario. It says Russia is set to hold nationwide exercises next month, according to the new reports. Russian authorities will hold large-scale drills across the country October 3rd because of the growing danger of armed conflict. And I think this is the real truth of it. Armed conflict, including nuclear-capable powers near Russia's borders. Who's near Russia's border? Well, the United States is, i.e. Alaska. So there you go. Right on Russia's border. Yes, nuclear-capable enemies, basically. It says this will be the first time Moscow has held such drills, which will imagine that Russia is at least partially under martial law and that up to 70% of the country's housing facilities have been destroyed. So I guess this is, post-apocalyptic, basically post-nuclear disaster, nuclear detonation. And they're considering 70% of the country's housing facilities have been destroyed. Basically, it's Mad Max is what they're practicing for. The exercise will also suppose that general mobilization has ended, and there's possibility of radioactive contamination. They're specifically testing for nuclear fallout, dropping of nuclear weapons. The United States alert isn't so overt in terms of what they're, practicing for or getting ready for, but they're getting ready for it. Now, I did a short about top 3 radios to have. Watch that short. It's an important message. And the most important thing about radios, it's pretty key that you can communicate with your neighbors or even farther abroad. But the most important thing about radios is to collect information. Ham radio, CB radio, FRS system, GMRS, and just a standard AM/FM radio, especially if you can get the single sideband option on that particular radio. I happen to have a Grundig, which has world radio frequencies on it. And again, you can collect information. You can hear what's happening. You can hear what the government's saying, but they can't track you because those things are only receiving, and they will all only receive. They will not transmit unless you press the PTT button on them. And as soon as you do, as soon as you press the PTT button, People can track you. People can hone in on you. They can triangulate your whereabouts. So be aware. Be smart about pressing the PTT and transmitting, especially on the higher powered devices like ham radio. FRS, the signal's not going to go very far, maybe a kilometer or two, depending on terrain. So that may be a bit safer for local communications. But at the end of the day, you need to get in front of your neighbor with a handshake and voice to voice without technology around you. That includes cell phones, anything that could be picking it up, transmitting, relaying information, recording what you're saying. These are all things that we need to be aware of. And so I definitely suggest you get aware of that stuff. Be prepared. Get some radios for receiving mainly. And then if you have to, transmitting. But this alert system is going to happen. And Russia and U.S., a day apart, they're testing this stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing. But interesting, isn't it, the timing of this? I'll leave there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.